Hello guys, I'm Unstable Voltage and welcome to episode 37 of Crusader Kings 2, the game that hates everybody with equal measure. So, we are making some progress in this campaign. I'll grant you it's not a huge amount of progress, but we are trending towards victory. We've actually been close a couple of times now. We just need to make sure that we hold on to the stuff we've got. This is the problem that we keep having, is every time we get close to completing this campaign in the manner that I wish to, which is to form the Empire of Britannia, somebody dies or something happens and I end up losing land. We're going to do our very best to try and keep a hold of everything if we can. So what we're going to do here, we're going to try and finish off this little war with what is left of Scotland, which is actually a revolt. That shouldn't take too long to clean up. We've also got a couple of independents down here that possibly we could go and attempt to stomp, so we will try and do that. In the meantime, though, we do need to attempt to siege out these provinces up here. We have collected a tithe, which is really good for us. And we are once again... illness has passed. I wasn't aware that I was ill again. I thought we'd already gotten rid of that. Of course, we're still being plagued by all of these various... Viking raiders, but there's not an awful lot that we can do about that. We just need to get some siege progress going on here. How fast are we going down? Minus 5.8% every 12 days. That is not a huge amount. Now, they don't really have an army, so they're not going to be able to do an awful lot. We've also got a potential adventurer threat coming in November of next year. I think we should be able to thwart that off. Worst case scenario, we've got plenty of money. We could hire like every mercenary company ever. So we just want to try and grab some of these independent lands where we can. Defeat... Oh, that's just raiders. Not too bothered about those. I've got bigger fish to fry, as it were, at the moment. I shall let the locals deal with them. Now, hopefully we can get all this sorted before my ruler dies. We are 41, which is not too bad, in all honesty. That's still fairly young. If you consider that our father lived to the ripe old age of... No, one of them, it was our grandfather, lived to the age of 76. We're 100% on that particular war, so let's go ahead and offer peace there. So great, we go and get that land back. Now we could go over here and try and squish some of these. We probably should go and put some of them down where we can. Righteous imprisonment. This is on my uncle, the Earl of Sussex. What is he up to? He really, really hates me at the moment. Only a 36% chance of grabbing him. I think we really need to start making sure that we get some of these people captured if we can. We did fail to capture, which was almost expected. So he will have broken free. He's got a very, very small army down here. He's not really going to be doing an awful lot. So we will go down here and liberate his land from him. Once again, I've got the game paused, and I always forget that I'm doing that. So we've still got a fair few weak claims we can press. The problem is with pressing these weak claims is we don't normally end up inheriting the land. Somebody else gets it. Yeah, we'll get some opinion and some military tech increase. Now, as you notice at the moment, everything I'm doing right now is with my retinues. I'm not even bothering with... Where are you off to? Everything that I'm doing at the moment is with my retinues. I'm not even bothering to raise any levies up. Didn't quite manage to catch you, which is unfortunate. We'll try and run his army down first, just to weaken it enough so that he can't really do any damage. You're just going to go and sit in Leicester, are you? Right, we did actually finally manage to catch his army. We should be able to destroy most of it. And... who is this? My kinsman. Somebody wants to release him. No. Staying locked up. If you're locked up, you're locked up for a reason. So, okay, let us go and... Let's have a look, actually, and see if we can grab ourselves any more retinues. We are at our retinue cap, so no. There are still a few threats. There's the Chancellor of the Welsh Revolt, which is this one here. We can go ahead and try and put that down, actually. Should be able to deal with that. Is that adventurer that was coming? A full week, yeah. So I think we can go ahead and put that guy down. We shouldn't have too much of a problem there. Prisoners. See, how much would we get for you? 70 gold. I don't need the money, so what's the point? We could ransom you off, though, so let's go ahead and do that. Known plots. Nobody's backing any of these. Can we get either of you guys to stop? Probably not. No. Okay, well, I think, all in all, we're actually doing well. So we'll go and siege this province out first, so that we can actually go ahead and end this war. Grab this province back, and then we'll just go and start seeing anything else that we can potentially grab. Doesn't look like we're going to have too much of an issue with this guy here, because it looks like he's already getting beaten down by the Welsh. We do need to try and take this land back. We also need to try and take Devon and Cornwall. If we can take any provinces in Ireland. I do have my Chancellor over there, who is busy working hard to try and get some claims, although he's quite slow. Oh, I'm now stressed. Could do without that, because the stress is -1 health. Come on, we really need to start getting some luck going my way now, like it was at the beginning of the campaign, where everything wasn't just going horrendously wrong. Let's go and wipe these guys out, but they're just being a pain at the moment. I wonder if you're actually... Are you part of this war? Yes, you are. That is very interesting. Special titles grantable. It's probably going to be more commanders. Yes, as expected. Let's get people with relatively good military. Or Craven. Not too sure how good of a commander you will be. Righteous imprisonment of a vassal. What is he up to? You're the guy who is plotting to do something that I don't really care about. Let's go ahead and see if we can get these guys to stop back in the plot, though, because at least that will give us some opinion with them. And then we can go and attempt to get that plot to stop. We have a new pope. Not that that really makes much of a difference to us. I guess we do have auto stop plots on at the moment, so any plots will automatically get asked to stop. That's fine. I don't mind that going. This is our son, who is already temperate. Well, we don't want him to be gluttonous, so we'll just keep him with temperate for now. We definitely want to try and get this siege here. We're only at 1% because those guys are over there sieging out, which is a little bit of a pain. But this is the war goal, so being able to take this nice and quickly would be really good for us. And then we'll go over there and just stomp that other army. Unfortunately, we can't take anything from him. He has managed to siege out a province, which just put us on a negative war score, but that is fine for now. Of course, we're getting raided again, but it looks like our vassals are dealing with that themselves. How long is this going to take? It's painfully slow. Technology. Do we have the ability to grab any siege equipment? No, not at the moment. We can increase our cavalry, though, so we should definitely go and do that. And let's also spend some in tolerance as well. So we've almost got this. Very close. There we go. We have our victory. That's put us on 41%. Now, I could just move straight out. We are getting 11.9% here every 12 days, so I think we might just sit here and fully siege everything. And we have that host war. That is quite a big amount of troops, actually. We're going to have to deal with that. So we've got problems now. Let us go ahead and do a few things. The first thing that we are going to want to do is raise up our vassal levies. So let's go ahead and do that. We will grab everyone that we can. And we will put them in Northampton, with the exception of our army who is sieging that province out. And we are going to get you guys to come up this way. And we're going to get all of the guys that are up here to come down to Northampton. And I think we're also going to go ahead and hire ourselves some mercenaries. I don't think it's a bad idea to do so. Get ourselves some much higher numbers. We've certainly got enough money in the bank. Let's go ahead and hire 2 mercenary regiments. And all of a sudden we have an absolutely massive number of troops that we can use in this. So he's mainly going to keep that army together, I would have thought. We should be able to defeat them quite nicely. And then what I might do is use the mercenaries just to go and do some stomping over here. Let's go and just put everybody together. This is going to be a massive army stack, by the way. Well over what is required. So, there we go. Could do with maybe one more... No, you were in there. You'll do. Just so we've got people on all the flanks. You're going to go over there and deal with that. You guys, on the other hand, then, you guys can all sort of group up over here. And I think I might actually send you to go and deal with these guys. So let's go and deal with that host. That'll be one less problem to deal with. Got an offer of a royal marriage. Yeah, we can go ahead and do that. Not a problem. So hurry up, retinues. Go and win that siege there. Have a defeat somewhere. We're about to go in there. We're still not at 100% yet in that battle. All of you guys get in that province. So we've got massive numbers here. That shouldn't be an issue for us at all, defeating that host. We've actually managed to corner the guy, I think. We've managed to... No, it wasn't the actual leader. If you can actually capture the leader of the revolt in the battle, which can happen, if you actually manage to capture the leader of the revolt, it instantly ends the revolt, which is really nice. Let's group those guys together. Let's get over here and start trying to grab some of the land where we can. Well, we destroyed most of the host. Let's go and grab more, if at all possible. And that's at 100%, so that's the end of that war. So that claim has ended. We can imprison a kingsman. We'll leave him for now. I don't want to be arresting everybody if I can help it. Let's just march down here and go and get rid of those guys. I guess what we could do is instantly just go and put down the levies. Which I've just realised meant I've just dropped all the guys that were over there, but that's not a problem. We don't really need those. I'm just running around with the mercenaries at the moment. Yes, it is costing me... it is costing me gold each month to keep the mercenaries around, but it also cost me 900 gold to hire them, so hiring them and then getting rid of them straight away. I probably didn't need them. I was just going for overkill. Right, we have a claim over here. That is fantastic. Let's go straight away, move him, and try and grab a claim over here if we can. Remember, the more provinces that we own, the easier it's going to be to attempt to do this. We've actually managed to 100% siege that, so we'll go back here and siege this back out. We seem to be a little bit thin on the ground when it comes to commanders. He wants peace. Yeah, let's go for it. So that war is actually ended, which means you guys can recover up. Now then, while I've still got the mercenaries, we could consider going to war with somebody else. So we could go ahead and do this war here. I think we can do it with the mercenaries up. And we can. So while we have the mercenaries, let's go and use them. Let's get the mercenaries over there. Let's make sure that we are... Well, you've got a skill of 20. You should be in the middle, really. So let's have you in the middle and you on the flank. We'll go ahead and start that war. Let the retinue recover a little bit. And we're just going to try and get into a few quick successive wars if we can. Just in an attempt to try and quickly grab as much land as possible. So we'll get those guys across the strait first. We are losing a fair bit of money, but we've got plenty, so I don't really care too much about that. We need to declare war on you directly. We want to claim this province here. We're going to go and send. You have pretty much no allies that can do anything worth a damn, so we're just going to go in and flatten your armies where we can. Will we catch that guy 28th, 29th? No, so if we go over here, we can wipe out this pathetic little 42 stack, which didn't even attempt to move. You're going to move down there on the 9th of October. Yeah, you're probably just going to stay there. Let's see if we can just move in on top of them and kill them then. We will get rid of the mercenaries before we end up totally bankrupt, so there's no need to worry too much about that. We can usurp a title, don't really care. So let's go over here. This is our main war goal. Let's just go ahead and unpause. And we'll also siege out the capital there as well. So we'll get over there. And we will... Should have done this before, actually. It would have been easier. Let's just actually assault. Because it's mercenaries, right? Who cares if any of them die? Because it doesn't really cost anything much to reinforce. We could assault again. I'm going to be getting rid of these mercenaries soon anyway, so we might as well just burn through them. It's all about speed at the moment. That's what we want to. That's what we're concerned with here. We want to attempt to beat these mercenaries, to beat all of our enemies, take as much land as possible. Just realise I'm still logged into Steam. Awesome. Okay, fantastic. So let's go ahead and grab this. We're at 68%, so that's not too bad. So we can get in over here. We should be able to just assault. Oh, yes, it's a tiny little garrison. 80%. This one might be risky, but I'm going to chance it anyway just to see what happens. 100%. Fantastic. That was a very, very quick war. Just what we wanted to happen. Let's go ahead and offer a peace there. And we've gained ourselves some more land. Lots and lots of pop-ups. Giving us various different things to do. So let's just quickly work through these and see what we need to sort out. We can make some duchies. Righteous imprisonment, not bothered about. Child lacks a guardian. That is our daughter. Let's go ahead and... Well, we don't necessarily want to educate her ourselves. So let's just go and send her to someone that we'd like to get some opinion with. So maybe you... What else have we got here? Our domain is too big and we have the wrong type of holding in domain, but we can go ahead and upgrade that to a castle, so let us do it. Do we have any family members who aren't rulers? So we want men who aren't in prison. Doesn't matter if they're married. We don't want them to be a ruler and we want them to be a member of the Voltage dynasty. You're a prince. You are a kinsman. You're heir to the county of Fife. You are a kinsman. You're not really heir to anything. So Kildare. Let's go ahead and grant you the landed title of the county of Kildare. So that suddenly made a lot of those pop-ups go away. Let's have a quick look now and see what it would take us to get Britannia. We are at 73% of the 80 we require, which always makes life interesting. So, we need somebody else to attack, basically. Who can we attack is the question. Looks like this bit down here has been recaptured. We can't declare war on you directly. We could probably declare a war up here. We've got claims in other people's name, but not in our own. Is there anything that we could claim for ourselves? We've got plenty of people that we could make into tributaries. But we're actually looking for anyone that we can actually get a claim on for ourselves and not as a tributary. So that's going to make life a little bit difficult. What about up here? I think we're mostly done up here in Scotland. This province now belongs to... No, you are still Nordic. So this one we want. Now, why can't we declare a war on you? Because you're actually technically part of Wales, which means we'd have to declare war on you. We can declare war on you. You are an ally, but we don't actually have a truce with you. We could go ahead and press all of our claims. So we'd gain the county of Ross, we'd gain the county of Gwynedd. Let's go and press all of our claims. Send. Okay, job is done. The war has started. Not too sure how big his armies are. He's got a few. He's not got much, we'll be honest. He's not got much. I really don't want to be leading this at all. Let's put you in the middle. We'll try and get all of these guys together. We're still making plenty of money, and if we win this war, we'll actually get a ton of money from winning the war as well. And here comes our mercenaries, who are just going to go and completely wreck the enemy over here, so that's fine. Already up to 7%. Let's just go and try and march down on this army. We'll leave the retinues up here to do the fighting. Although I guess I don't even really need to do that. If I wanted to, I could just go ahead and... Well, let's put it this way. Their army's about to get cornered. So we'll go ahead. We'll siege out Cornwall because we can, nice and easy. Already at 29%. And I guess what we'll do is what we were doing before. We'll just... we'll assault where we can assault. There we go. Let's go and assault there. That's got us up to 34% already. Normally, you only really want to assault if the troop ratio is 10 to 1 or more. That is less. That is a little bit risky, but we should be okay. Right, completely got Devon. Let's, sorry, Cornwall. Let's go back up over here. We're already at 50%. So that's a very good start. But we're very, very close to the number of provinces that we need in order to... Well, the number of counties that we need in order to be able to form the Empire of Britannia. So that's what we're going to be trying to do here. We may just go up and attempt to siege out their capital. Might be slightly more useful doing it there. Wipe out that army on the way as we go. And they're about done for. And then we move into the capital... And we actually can siege that out. We've got more than 10 to 1 numbers. We should be fine. Lost some reinforcements there. A bad event with our marshal, but that's fine. It happens. 57%. This one's risky. It's only about 5 to 1 odds there, but nope, still managed it. What have we got here? Oh, that white stag again, which we're probably never going to find. Let's do this once more. This will be the capital completely sieged out. Right now, we're up to 72%. He still has a little bit of an army, but I think we might have to deal with the rest of this in the next video, so I'm going to call it there. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Crusader Kings 2. I think we're very close now to achieving our goal, so I'll see you guys next time. Until then, goodbye for now.